Oran, that must be quite a bitter one to take today.
Yeah, Jimbo, tough one. You know, and probably when we looked at it over the weekend, you know, our first half performance was excellent and probably something we've been striving towards, and I think shoots of progress being seen. And you know, we spoke about it at half time about the fact that we know it's hard to dominate a game for 90 minutes, and that there'll be a spell probably in this first 15 where they will probably come out with a point to prove and come out to really go at it, and it's how we manage that, how we're cute about how we get through that 15 minutes and take the sting out of it. And if the truth be told, we didn't. We struggled to, and we allowed them to build up ahead of steam and a bit of momentum, and it's ultimately cost us a game.
Real talking point, 2 goals, 1 given, 1 not. How frustrating was that?
It's very frustrating, and I think the first one, you know, for the linesman to make that call, it's got to be crystal clear, and it's hard to see where I'm standing at, but I'd love to see it back, and it doesn't look as if it's gone a huge amount close to the line. There's bodies in the way who've headed it at the back post, and how you can absolutely see that, make that call, I struggle with. The other one I've watched back on our footage, and my gut feeling at the time was Danny was offside, but Simeon wasn't, and it's proved that way. Simeon's about a yard and a half easily onside, and that's the one that's probably more disappointing, and it's those wee decisions that ultimately you know, don't help on days like today, because you're then 2-2 with 15 minutes to go, and it's game on.
It's one of those things people always say when you're down at the bottom, these things don't go for you. How disappointing is it when that sort of goes in, and given that they had only just scored, the impetus would have been with us?
Yeah, absolutely. It's really disappointing, and you know, particularly probably the semi one and the second, you know, and obviously the second goal. For the longer it remains 1-1 and we start to get a foothold and get back into the game, we still have a chance of doing something. So yeah, those are the things in football people say that supposedly they even themselves out. So for us, we've had a couple like that in the last few weeks, but it's important that we remain strong, keep going, and we earn those bits of luck.
What positives do you take from today?
It's hard at the minute because it hurts and there's no other way of describing it, I think. But I think when the dust settles over the weekend, you know, our first half performance in particular, I thought was really, really good, and we were right on the money, probably the way that I would want us to be. You know, the disappointing thing is probably the manner of the goals we concede, and the fact that they both are probably from corners is disappointing.
Plenty of things to build on over the coming weeks and months.
Absolutely, and yes, as I say, when the dust settles over the weekend, you know, there'll be loads of positives that we take from it. But you know, the key thing is that we stick together, that we keep going, and I think with each and every week I'm seeing more and more, and I'm more than happy with the lads and the way that they're going. So it's so important just that we keep pushing and pushing and pushing.
Matty Willett came back in today. He hasn't been in the team much recently. How pleased were you with his contributions? I
was delighted with him. I left him out of the 18 against Aberdeen, and we had a good chat after that, and to be fair to Matty, and I said it to him publicly before the game in front of everybody, that he forced my hand today, that his attitude, his application, it was like signing a new player in the last 10 days, in the way that he got about his business at training, and he showed me the type of player that I would expect to see and probably hadn't seen in the first couple of weeks. And with that today, I think you could see that in the first half in particular. I think probably having not played a few games in the last few weeks, we knew he was probably going to struggle to play the 90, but a huge positive, and one hopefully if we can get Matty in that form will be a big asset for us.
And a change in formation today as well. How pleased were you with how that kind of worked?
Yeah, I think, you know, in the last couple of weeks it's been tough, particularly if we go behind, and I suppose the place the players are in, and I think at home the atmosphere has been good, and I think we've got strength in that area, you know, with Danny and Simeon in particular, and we just felt today was the right moment to maybe see if we could go and be proactive and get something ideally to hold on to, and I thought, as you say, first half really, really good, second half we've still more work to do.
Oran, thanks very much.
Cheers, Jimbo. Thank you.